Hey, I'm Rob from JTRPodcast.com. This is a quick Kickstarter unboxing of, this is quite heavy, Arcadia Quest Riders. Let's put it under here so you can look at this awesome box front. Look at all the cartoony art. Isn't it cool? Definitely not a chocobo. There are some references in some of these. If you know what they are, please let me know. I think there's a Treyu. Is it a Treyu? I can't remember. But yeah, there's thing, Never Ending Story, it's a Treyu. I can't remember. Anyway, so yeah, you can see the cartoony artwork. It was due to be delivered in July 2018. Today is in July 2018, so it made it, but it was one of those where it was already produced, it was already finished. They just used Kickstarter as a sort of pre-order system with its own inbuilt marketing, which is fair enough. They don't need to do that, I'm pretty sure, but we've got it. Here it is. So this isn't everything. There are also some dice. These are frosted dice. You can see I've got a couple out. I don't want to spend too long looking at these. They're not great. I'm never going to use them. These are probably either going to get sold online to people who didn't back the Kickstarter, because these dice and these two riders are Kickstarter exclusive. I will be keeping these dice, not so much. I don't even like the coloured dice, you know, the ones that match up with the different, what's the word I'm called, guilds. The different guilds have all got their own coloured dice. I'm not even bothered about those, but yeah, so they're alright. They're nice, but I prefer all my dice to be the same. I'd rather just stick with the normal black and white dice. So let's look at this one first. This is Stonebeak and Phantom, and here they are. They're quite heavy, meaty, quite a soft plastic as well, which apparently is a good thing. I don't know anything about plastics, but these look quite nice. Big and chunky. They've got those. That's where the Arcadia Quest hero people stand on them to ride them. They'll have their own abilities. So let's look at their cards. So this is Phantom. Move a mount and it's ride it in a line of sight with the 3 spaces. That's his fierce growl. Okay, and Stonebeak. During this activation, when you shove characters, you may place them in any space in line of sight. So there you go, 4 health and 5. That's quite a lot of health for the Arcadia Quest universe, because I think that these riders, they attack and defend with your hero that's riding on top of them. You kind of divide damage, so they can soak up a bit of damage for you as well, which is good. Yeah, so let's now look at the big box. Again, a very familiar insert if you're used to Cool Mini or Not boxes. So the rulebook, I mean, these are all exactly the same. They're always actually really good, the Cool Mini or Not rulebooks. There's one thing they do well. I mean, I'm saying all this stuff here. I've got all this stuff here. I like these 3. These 2, not so much. If you watch my videos and listen to my podcast and stuff, you know that these are here for a bit of fun rather than a good game. I've got somewhere here El Grande Big Box. If I want to play an area control game, I'll play that. If I want to have a bit of fun, I'll play Rising Sun and Blood Rage. But this game, Arcadia Quest, is one of my favourite games of all time. I think it's still in my top 10. It's hard to get played because you need to play a full campaign, and it takes up a lot of room. It's a lot of travelling to conventions, because obviously you've got 2 boxes. You've got the 4 dragons, which are in another drawer somewhere else, and now we've got the riders as well, which probably means I need to add another box on this, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, as I say, they do rule books very well. They've always got the nice spaced out, lots of examples, lots of subtitles. Always good. Again, big subtitles for the different categories. And then you've got the campaigns. I won't show you the campaigns, I think. Just have a check. Yeah, so there is the campaign map. It shows you the path of where you're going throughout the world during this mission that you're taking with the Arcadia Quest Riders pieces. And then the rest of the rulebook, the way the campaign sets up, is the same as all the other Arcadia Quests. And here's the campaign sheet, so you can see all the titles you can get, etc. All the titles, and all the missions and who's won and doing everything. And there's quite a few in there. I'm never going to play this particular campaign that many times, but yeah, that's good. One thing I didn't mention, I think this costs between £70 and £80, which is quite a lot for just an expansion, plus these 2 riders, these 2 are exclusive, so that's fair enough. I'm not going to be able to get those again unless I went to a convention, which I'm not going to Gen Con or Origins, so I probably won't get to pick them up. These dice, which, as I said, I'm not too bothered about. Also, there are 2 other heroes which are coming in a separate shipment, which you have to pay separate shipping for, which I'm very happy about. But yeah, £70. Is it a lot? We'll see in a bit. We'll see what the content of the box is, but there isn't as much in this box as there are in these 2 and pets as well. I think, on my initial impression, I know we're going to have the big riders, which are quite big and chunky, so we'll see. We'll see. The stack of cards. There's a new starter card. I do like having the options of lots of starter cards for when playing. So having a mallet that dazes people. If it deals any wounds, that's quite good. That's unique. That's not something that's in any of the others. And just to look at one of the level 1 upgrade cards, because this is the stirrup. It's obviously for the mount. Mounting and dismounting do not count as a move point. I'm assuming from reading that mounting and dismounting costs a movement point, which makes sense, I suppose. It's like going up and down a level, really. So yeah, plenty of cards there. I'm not going to spoil these. I'm going to let you find out for yourself as you're playing through the game, because I like to just see them for the first time while I'm drafting them. So not even I look at them when I'm looking through. I just stick them in with the rest. Also, there are the reward cards there as well that you use for getting the rewards for completing quests and stuff. So cool. Here we have the mount card, which is another table space eater-upper. Got a nice picture on the back. It's pretty cool. So now you've got these, your guild board and your pet board. This is going to take up a lot of table space. It already does, but having this as well. I know it's only a little one on its own, but when you've got the other stuff as well, it's a big play area. Then there are the mission cards. So again, don't want to spoil these, but this is the one that was face up in the deck. Shove one goblin archer or harpy into an outdoor space. So that sounds quite situational. I wonder how difficult that is. Shoving somebody in a certain position. So yeah, I kind of have to lure them in and then shove them, or will they be there already? I don't know how hard that is. I don't know if you want them spoilt, but there is one that I've seen that is really good. So close your eyes. I'll let you know when it's safe to open. I'll show it to Cam 2 and you can see it. That sounds like a lot of fun. And it's safe to open your eyes. So we have the map tiles. So there's another 3 tiles, so that means you are now up to number 31. So if you have all the Arcadia Quest stuff, as I do, you've got 31 of these tiles. The box does start to wear. I've got them all in one box. Maybe I should distribute them out a bit differently. Maybe there's some decent inserts. If you know of any inserts that help you arrange everything, including all the Kickstarter exclusives and stuff, or most of the Kickstarter exclusives, then let me know, because I could do with some way of transporting these to a convention nice and quickly, or a game day nice and quickly. That'd be cool. But yeah, 3 more tiles. It's a lot of tiles. Next up we have the cards. There's a adorable jackal right there. I'm not going to go through these because we're going to look at their minis in a bit anyway, so I'm not going to go through the abilities of them all, but I like this one. Bork, bork. Reminds me of Archer. If anyone's seen Archer with the bork, bork scene, season 1 or 2, that always makes me laugh. Bork, bork. And then we have the big brown box, which is going to have all the miniatures in, if I can get that out. Yeah, so we can get rid of this. All the stuff on the back there. There we go. So let's look at what we've got in here. Here is Jack Lol, as it's called, Jack Lol. Is this a different sculpt? Yeah. So that is Jack Lol. He is a minor minion. He's one of the little dudes that you're going to get to kill quite a bit. He does have a reroll though, and only 2 health. So yeah, that is Jack Lol, the minor minion. And this big beast with a crossbow is Malkor, the major villain, who's got a ranged attack. He rolls 4 dice on a ranged attack, which is a lot of dice. He's got crits on attack rolls, giving 2 extra dice instead of 1. So his exploding dice that he's going to get on his attacks are going to roll 2 extra dice. So he's going to cause a lot of damage. He's going to be a big problem. Then we have Colette, which is this one, and Gaston, which is this one, the 2 new heroes. They look adorable. They look like, I don't know what it's supposed to be, lemurs, ringtail lemurs or something. So Colette, when attacking with a hammer or exotic weapon, may target an additional close enemy. And Gaston, after attacking with a melee attack, may exhaust this hero card to perform a new attack this turn. So there you go, there's 2 big, nice, well, so not big, nice, cute, adorable, as you'd expect from Arcadia Quest minions. Now I'm disappointed that they haven't got the cards for Mas Mora. I'd like to be able to play them in Mas Mora. In fact, these are all my hero. I couldn't find this box, I don't know where I put it. These are all the heroes that I've kept for Arcadia Quest. These are all the ones that you can play with in both Arcadia Quest and Mass Mora. I haven't kept any others, just Arcadia Quest. So these two are going to go in this box. It's just going to confuse it. It means I've got 52 playable characters. That's plenty. So let's just move this out of the way so you can see them easier. This is the one that I thought looked like a bit like a Atreyu. If Atreyu is the word that I'm actually looking for. I don't know who it is though. Trying to find the right card. Is that one? Luda? Yeah, it's Luda. There you go. Very nice. In fact, we can put them in there. That's what they look like. They're staying quite well. Enough to just move them around and stuff. So yeah, that is Luda. Luda, during this activation, when you shove heroes, exhaust all cards from each shoved hero unless they take 2 wounds. Interesting. Takes people out of play. Here is Tianglong. Tianglong is very heavy. I think Tianglong is the heaviest of them all. There's more details on them. There's bits all over the place. Tianglong, what's Tianglong do? Tianglong, perform a 4 dice ranged attack against an enemy in line of sight. That's pretty cool. That's nice. This is Becca the Owl. During this activation, this mount doesn't trigger guard reactions. So that's cool. She can sneak through stuff. That's nice. Looks nice as well. This is Bok Bok, who looks a lot meaner than a card. She looks a lot meaner in real life than she does as a cartoon. But place this mount and ride it in any empty space line of sight. So, teleporting. Or flying, jumping up and flying. But yeah, very nice model again. Ice cream. This is Toshi, who I thought was going to be really heavy looking at him because he looks like the biggest one, but it's actually hollow underneath. So there you go. Toshi, during this activation, when you shove characters, you may daze them. So Toshi's got a bit of a battering ram with those horns. That's pretty cool. And then finally we have Hornsteady, who is a big rhino. And during this activation, when you shove characters, you also deal 1 wound to them. Makes sense. If this rams you, you are going to take damage. So yeah, that's everything. It's all arrived on time, obviously, because it was already made and ready to go. So that's pretty cool. £70. It's one of those things where if it wasn't a Kickstarter, I wouldn't have bought it. Go figure. Looking forward to playing it though. Looking forward to getting all these on the board, these and the pets, and eventually playing the big dragons. I haven't played with the dragons yet. I've played with the pets, but not the dragons. So looking forward to playing with all those. Looking forward to playing with the riders and all the new heroes. Well, say all the new heroes, both the new heroes. The other 2 are coming later. So that is cool. Yeah, that is Arcadia Quest Riders. Remember to like, share and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at JTRPodcast to find the blog and the podcast at jtrpodcast.com. I've been Rob, aka Jesta ThaRogue, and I'll see you soon.